Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Once again, we're joined with Dr. Hardt. Dr. Hardt, thank you so much for being here.
Always a pleasure, Doug.
Well, Dr. Hardt, one of the questions we get from people often is about alpha brainwaves. Can you briefly explain what those are?
Well, sure. The brain is a bioelectromagnetochemical organ, and it uses chemical processes to produce electrical activity. These fall into two main branches. One are evoked potentials, which are spikes of activity, which start whenever, like you hear a sound or you're touched or you taste or you smell something, a sensory evoked potential, and it rings. The signal will go positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And there's a whole group of scientists that study these evoked potentials. The other category of electrical activity from the brain is called the continuous electroencephalogram. And it's kind of, in a way, if you think of it as white light, within the white light, there's all the frequencies. And so within a channel of brainwaves, and they have different channels, different locations on the head, there are, shall we say, the different colors of brainwaves. Alpha is one of the colors. Like red is the slowest frequency in visible light. That corresponds to delta. And as you move up the color spectrum, from red to orange to yellow to green to teal to blue to indigo to violet, you move up the spectrum. In the brainwaves, it starts the slowest or delta. Then you have theta. Then you have Schumann. Then you have alpha, which is 8 to 13 cycles per second. Then you have beta, and then you have gamma. Well, alpha waves were the first electrical activity from the brain to be discovered. And they were actually discovered in 1908 by an Austrian psychiatrist named Herr Dr. Hans Berger, who thought they were the basis of ESP. And so he kept it a secret for 10 years while he researched it, finally first publishing in 1918. And so alpha waves are the way we start people. We do provide alpha trainings and theta brainwave trainings and delta brainwave trainings, by invitation only there for the delta. But we always start people on alpha because alpha is a bridge state between normal waking consciousness and the higher states of consciousness, or the transcendent states. And it turns out that when you increase your alpha, which you do in your Biocybernaut brainwave training programs, your intelligence, your IQ goes up, your emotional intelligence goes up, your creativity increases by an average of 50%. And if you have anxiety or depression or anger or hostility, it pretty much goes away. And so alpha is life. And as the brain ages, you start to lose your alpha. And diet, exercise, good lifestyle can slow that. But the Biocybernaut alpha training can actually reverse aging in the brain. So there's many topics that we could go off into on what is alpha, but that's a beginning primer.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hardt. Even for people like myself to be able to understand this, it's so helpful. I appreciate your time as always.
A delight, Doug, always.
Hi, I'm Tony Robbins. Listen, if you are looking to improve your brain, your psyche, your ability, your emotions, your ability to really maximize your performance, and you want to really dig into your brain, my dear friend Dr. Jim Hardt and his Biocybernaut program is extraordinary. I've been through it myself. My wife Sage has, members of my family have, and we found it to be truly extraordinary. But it is not for the faint at heart. Unless you're dead serious about really taking things to the next level, don't bother. We went through the Alpha program designed to maximize your ability to create alpha waves. And it was challenging and it was incredibly rewarding. And I'd recommend it to anybody serious about improving the quality of their lives or including the quality of their family lives as well. So check out Cybernaut, check out Dr. Jim Hardt. And if you do, I think you'll be really, really pleased. And the entire time you are learning to think and how you think these electrodes create sounds. And you learn how to put yourself in the zone of alpha. But it's a bitch. It's horrible. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody that wants easy experiences, but I'd recommend it to anybody that wants to grow immensely. And by the first day, I'm like, who do I got to shoot to get out of this thing? Oh, it's me. I'm the one that did this shit, right? But by the end of the week, all three of us were able to go into this state of alpha. And if you're familiar with alpha, the best way I can describe alpha is there's no problem that can't be solved in alpha. Because every problem that we have was created by us.
Thank you for being here and absorbing this information about the science of brainwaves and about the stories of people whose lives have been beneficially altered, improved by doing brainwave training at Biocybernaut. And now I'm reaching out to you to invite you to come and be a part of the Biocybernaut adventure. Biocybernauts are to inner space what astronauts are to outer space. So come and adventure with us. And if you'd like to leave a comment on the videos, you can do that, or there's a link you can click if you'd like to learn more. We welcome you to Biocybernaut.